What's going on, everybody? How we doing today? I'm doing fantastic. My name is Mel, Darkside of the Grill. Make sure you click follow, like, subscribe, do all of that stuff. You're not going to want to miss this. Today we got something real special for you. This old funky bird here. This is a 120-day dry-aged 7-bone prime rib. Now we're going to cook her up whole. Why wouldn't we, right? Why wouldn't we? We're going to get started right now. We're going to cut off the outer layer of skin, the crust, and then we're going to prep her for a low and slow reverse sear. Who's as pumped as I am? I'm in-house, dry-aged, always good. Look at that. She funky, but that's okay. It's exactly what we want. Let's get started here. Perfect. There we go. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's absolutely beautiful. Just give me a second here. All right. Fantastic. Now the trick here is getting into all of these nooks and crannies. We're wanting to cut away the nasty bits, the moldy outer skin, if you will. Right? On both sides. It's not the most appealing thing in the world for people. But that's okay. We're okay with it. You know how much flavor is packed in here? And that's what we're all about. Look at that. I just want to cut it down the middle just so you can see, but look at the redness in there. Isn't that absolutely... Oh, it smells fantastic. Alright, let's get the big guns out here. Now we're trying to cut off less than a 1/4 inch, right? That's the going rate of this skin here. Less than a 1/4. I'm shooting for an 1/8 if possible. And this is dry aged in-house. I've got how-to videos on how I do that as well. Good sharp knife always helps. Look at that. Just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. And this trim, I know it seems like a waste cutting all this back, but I'll tell you what, you can save this and make beautiful broths, stocks, right? Aged beef for stocks is amazing. It's always a good time. Look at that. Just shaving away. Shaving away. Just gorgeous. And that's the thing, we're just trying to clean this up, right? Get rid of the unsightly stuff. The rest is going to cook down to crust. You know how much flavor is in this? She's lost a ton of moisture, so she's a lot less heavy than she was. Which is to be expected with aged beef, right? There we go. Slide this out of the way. Nice square on that end. Just gorgeous. Around those bones. Be a little nice around those bones. And now down the back. And like I said, start with a little bit and then take more as you go. Don't be too aggressive, because this is all amazing meat. Amazing meat, and we don't want to lose too much of it. I left the fat cap on too when I dry aged this. That way you're not losing too much of the actual... Oh, look at that fat. It's just so Solid now. Beautiful. There she is. Look at that. Oh. Just gorgeous. A few pieces plopped to the ground. You can hear Elvis now. Maximizing on what's going on here. Okay, so now, like I said, I want to French this. So a lot of this is going to go anyway. Now, a lot of people like to separate the bone from the actual roast. I'm not going to do that because I'm controlling this cook big time. I want to reverse sear this guy. The hope is to hit 116, pull it, let it rest, and then sear it off at 500 degrees. I'm looking for medium rare with this one is the goal. Most of the time I actually cook my prime ribs a bit more. We have Grandma over. Grandma likes it medium, right? She doesn't like the rare, which is fine. Which is fine. You can't fault the person for liking what they like, and I don't mind accommodating, right? But see, there we go. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, look at that. Beautiful fat cap there. Almost feel bad trimming it off because it's so nice. Such high quality fat now. Look at it. When I trim a big piece of meat such as this, in my head I'm thinking aerodynamic, right? One for the smoke, for the heat, for the flavor, everything. You want this to just really bit of silver skin too under that fat cap in some spots, so you definitely want to get rid of that. Just gorgeous. There we go. Take a look at that. You can see it. Just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Now, how much of this are we going to French? Now, I don't want to go buck wild on her, right? Because that's a lot of really good meat in that tail section. It is hot in this kitchen. If you can't take the heat. Yeah, baby. There we go. And now the fun part. Digging out around these bones. Figured 2 inches is a nice place to start. And we'll see where we go from there. Go. This one. Just a little bit more. There we go. And right off the back. This is all artistic stuff now. When you're getting into this. And this is why your butchers are worth every penny. When you're at your local butcher and they've already Frenched you a roast, they've already, just pay them. Just pay the man or the woman or whatever, because it's worth it. It's totally worth it every single time. Support local, support small business, support your local butcher any chance you get. They're artists in their own right, and that's the truth. Look at that. Oh man, I think the wife just turned the furnace on. Here I am ripping through this. Oh, why would she do that? Why would she do that? Oh, beautiful. Let's carry on. Up here in Canada, it's winter and we got a baby, so the baby's needs far outweigh anybody else's. So the baby's probably not even cold, but the wife has since turned the furnace up again, just in case. Now in Frenching, we tie this bad boy up to keep the shape, which we'll do. Here I'm just cleaning the bones. And then I'm going to want to take a look at this. Take a look at it from where you're sitting probably. See how nice it actually looks. I've got some butcher friends, they take this cleaning of the bones very seriously. So I'm going to have to... It's not a lot of fun to watch. Not a lot of fun to watch, but you get where I'm going with this, right? Isn't that gorgeous, hey? Isn't that gorgeous? And now I'm on the fence too with how to cook this. I'm going to reverse sear it on the big green egg. I have the option to do the final sear on the rotisserie over the open flames, red hot charcoal. Pretty partial to that sear. That'd be new for me though. I've never done a prime rib like that. And I don't know if this is the one I should be testing it on or if I should just pull the other plate setter and do it the way I always do it. What do you think? Should I go? I've gone big every other way on this video. So what do you think? Should I? Should probably do it anyway, eh? Just take a chance on it. Also another thing when you're working with dry aged meat, it has a different smell to it, right? It's almost nutty now, which is awesome. I absolutely love the smell of dry aged meat. And the fat is so nice. Like, I can't tell you the grease that you're feeling from here. It's different than plain old fat. It's like waxy crayon fat. It's gorgeous. That's one of the troubles with having friends that are butchers. You really have to you have to try going that extra mile, right? Because you know they're going to knock on you as soon as you don't do something. So I'm trying to show you as best I can. Sometimes tedious, but worth it. Sometimes tedious, but worth it. And there we go. What do you think of that? What do you think of that? Trim that fat cap down. big one out just to finish this off. I'm just cleaning up the little stringy bits, things that don't look beautiful. Carve into that fat cap a little bit more. There we go. There we go. There it is. How do you feel about that? You know what? I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good with that. Now what do you think? Should we tie it? Truss it and tie it? Hey, not so bad, eh? Not so bad at all. Yeah, I think we'll tie her. Just cleaning up all these nasty little bits of stuff here. The old bit of grease there. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. And so this is one of those weird ones now. I always forget how to do this, but tie it tight, right? This one, okay, there you go. And move this down to the back side there. There we go. You tie it tight, and you go forward. Pinch it. You drop it back. Oh yeah, that's right. I need a tunnel. There we go. Let's make sure we're doing this properly. Right, so you tie it tight, drop it under, you get to where you want to go. There. And you pull it up. You get out here, pull it up. Slide it under, and boom. Section number two. Section number two. So you're just essentially in between each bone, right? And you tuck it under, pull it around, boom. Isn't that nice? Tuck it under, right? Pull it around, boom. And one last one here. Tuck it under. There. Pull it around. And there we go. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. And there we go. Awesome. I'll be back in a second. We're going to season her up. Alright, here we are. Everything's all cleaned up. There she is. Isn't she gorgeous? Hey? 7 bone, prime rib, 120 day dry aged. Guess what time it is, people? Evolution. Olive oil. This is garlic infused olive oil. We're hitting that, and then we're hitting the Lane's combo scorpion steak spice, right? This is like your brisket, your kunami. It's like a spicy, savory, kind of umami sort of steak spice. It's deadly. It's absolutely deadly, and it's something that I really like, and I'm pumped to put on this prime rib. You ready? Olive oil for a binder. There we go. And then we're going to massage her in here. Doesn't that already just look fantastic? So greasy, nice. Get them bones. We're going to wrap those bones too in tin foil. When we get to getting her outside on that big green egg, we're going to go fire her up right away. Look at that. More. There we go. I love this. Evolution is a local company out here in Alberta. They're amazing, super supportive to the local markets, and their stuff is just so high end, so tasty. Been buying them for years. Absolutely love it. There we go. Okay, so we're good. Totally covered. Totally covered. I'm totally covered, which is fine. That's fine. Get this seasoning on there now. You want a good coat? Trust me, this crust is going to be deadly. On the bones, on the back end. So like I said, we're shooting for an internal temperature of 115, right? We're going to hit 115, and then we're going to pull it. Then we're going to throw her on the old live fire. Not quite sure yet which way I'm going with it, whether it be rotisserie or straight over on the big green egg is going to be fantastic. There we go. Look at that. And make sure you get all those nooks and crannies, right? Roll it around there a little bit. Beautiful. Nice base to her. Right? And we're going to let her just rest, right? Soak up some of that on the cutting board there. We're going to let her just rest while we go out and fire up the egg. Give this a chance to set in there a little bit. Now I thought about smoking this, but you know what, we're not going to do it. We're going to go straight charcoal. That's it. Straight charcoal. There we go. That crust is going to be beautiful on this. See you in a couple seconds. Going to take you outside, fire up that big green egg. That prime rib is set up and prepped. She's been sitting on the counter for about 20 minutes. Time to fire up the old big green egg, right? Get her prepped, ready to go. Oh, it's super cold up here in Canada, so everything's always frozen solid. It is what it is. A little bit of fresh charcoal going in there over top of the old stuff, no big deal. Oh, you know what time it is. Well, it's firing the whole time, everybody. Love it. We get that center just a-going. It looks beautiful, right? She's totally functional too. Totally functional. Blast it. Love it. You take a look at this. 2 seconds. Look at that. 2 seconds and we're set. We're totally set. She's ready to go. Now we're doing this indirect, right? Indirect, we want to go 225, so we don't want to let her heat up too much. Our pan's still in there, it's still good, there's not too much grease in there. So, away we go. Alright, drop her down. We want to go 3/8 of an inch there. We want to go about a 1/2 inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch there. We're going to see where we go. We want to start off slow and bring it up, right? We don't want to be fighting with temperatures that are too high. So we're going to jump on this right away before the ceramic heats up. That way we can control everything inside of it as we go. 225 to 250 for this prime rib indirect, and then we're going to pull that plate setter out and do it over the live fire. Still not quite sure if we're doing it live fire straight up or live fire on the rotisserie. It's going to be deadly either way. See you in a little bit. We're going to drop that bad boy on here once the temperature is situated right where we need it. Right on. So we're sitting here around 225. Got the roast out. Gonna wrap these beauties in tin foil now. Remember, like I said, you want to wrap these bones in tin foil so they don't crisp up on you. That's the biggest pet peeve of mine. And you got these beautiful cooks, Instagram worthy, right? Instagram worthy. Well, you better have all the show and all the go. That's what we're about here. All the show and all the go. So let's wrap her up. Wrap her up. We're making sure we're checking the temp gauge a couple times here and there, making sure we're not overshooting. This is going to bring the temperature down a little bit as well when we set her in here because it's such a big old piece of meat. All right, look at that. Okay, and there we go. There we go. We are foiled. 2 1/4. Nice and clean. One more real quick one. One more real quick one. There we go. Indirect. Prime rib. Oh, now is the time. If you're going to shape it, if you're going to move it around, picture perfect this and that, now is the time to do it. There she is. Now we trust it, so it will hold that shape as well. Totally awesome. Fits just perfect in this XL. Gonna see you in about an hour and a half. Okay, well, it's been an hour, for sure an hour. Figured now's a great time to test. Give her a temp. Just want to know what she's doing inside. 103. 106. Ooh, it's a 110 already. Oh, that's good. That's going to be interesting now. Don't want to poke a ton of holes in it either, but let's take a look here. Ooh, yeah, we're going to pull her. 112. 112. We're going to pull her. We're going to pull her right now. There she is. I'm going to put her on the rack. Right, we're going to let her rest while I pull the internals out. I'll be right back. Okay, so there we go. It temped. It temped out nice, so what we're going to do now, get our little trusty mitts on. Sorry I didn't have these a second ago. That's okay. There we go. This guy is going to go... Which way is this going to go now? This way. Okay. It's always good to measure. Measure before you stick it, just in case. Right down the center, and perfect. I'm going to keep her nice and straight. Boom. There you go. Right. Come on, there you go. And perfect. In like Flynn. Now we're going to go the other side. There we go. And boom. Tight those thumb screws up a bit. I'm going to pull her off. And then off goes this guy. Oh, and look. I think it's already ready. A little bit of grease. No big deal. Gotta love that big green egg, that safety net for it, eh? Let that smoke burn off a little bit while we get set up here. It's actually kind of handy. Ooh. Remember to burp your egg, people. Alright, there we go. Now we got this set up, rotisserie set up, and boom. There she is. We're gonna spin her like this. Shut her down like that for a minute. We're gonna spin her like that for about 5 minutes, maybe 7 minutes. Then we're gonna pull her off, let her rest. We're ready to roll. Ladies and gentlemen, it's prime rib time. Look at this epic prime rib. Come on in. That's what I'm talking about right there, people. That's what I'm talking about right there. This is the whole point of the thing. That beautiful sear. Look at that. Oh. All right, I gotta shut this before it gets too crazy and out of hand. Boom. Oh, stay tuned. Okay guys, one more quick one and then I'm gonna show you me pulling it off because it's just so damn deadly. Ladies and gentlemen, a 7-bone prime rib, dry aged, over that live fire on the rotisserie. Look at it. Like the gates of hell. Isn't it gorgeous? Isn't it absolutely gorgeous? Here we go. Alright, now let me show you one more time. Look at it. Isn't this is where Uncle Mel has so much fun. Look at it. Isn't this just gorgeous? Oh, and we're done here. And we're done here. Now you just calm right down. You can go over here. And we're done here. Done. Shut that egg right down. We're gonna let her rest out here. It's cold. It's winter. It's cold. We're not tenting her. We're not nothing. We want her to stop cooking right away. Awesome. We're gonna see you inside. We're doing some cut-ups. Slice into where it's gonna be. Okay, here it is. 7-bone prime rib, dry aged in-house. Look at how beautiful this sucker is. Cooked reverse sear on a big green egg. Low and slow. You know how excited I am for this? Let me tell you how excited I am for this. This was dry aged in-house by me, 120 days. Absolutely perfect. Look at that. And now, the moment of truth. That sear was crazy. Over that live fire. Ready? Are you ready? I'm ready. And there it is, everybody. Look at that. Beautiful pink, medium rare prime rib over the fire. Just perfect. Thank you very much for following along. This was an epic cook. I really appreciate you hitting subscribe, hitting the bell, doing all of that. Awesome. Thank you. Wicked.